Welcome to SortaOkay Reviews for every fan is welcome. I'm Nathan Bedard.
I'm Brad Newton.
And today we got another One Piece chapter.
Yep, this week's chapter is chapter 989, I Can't Imagine Losing. So we start off this week again with the cover story, the Oh My Family, volume 33, with Pound here, and he's like, I have proof. I am, your father, because they don't think he's telling the truth. And, we get a picture of, I think it looks like Big Mom here, like, trying to kick him. So, a bit of a younger Big Mom we see there.
Yeah, looks like younger, and you can see Zeus.
Yeah.
No.
Is it, or is it the sun?
It's Prometheus in the background.
Yeah. So, anyway, and he's like, look, your little baby's there, and there's a zoom in on it. I mean, cool, I guess. I'm not really, this cover story, it's not really interesting to me.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been, the cover story's never been a really big thing for me. I feel, they're always interesting, so I mean, if it goes on, it's whatever. But I will admit that I think this one has gone on pretty long.
Okay, we start off this week's chapter. We picked up right where we left off last chapter. They're like, oh, Frankie had Big Mom with the motorcycle. Everyone's like, holy crap. And I just noticed here, the hat, I forget the hat's name's face.
Napolitan?
Yeah, he's just looking at Big Mom. He's like, with shock that Big Mom's down. Things are really kicking off.
And you get Nami loving on Frankie. He's just playing it so cool. He's like, yeah, I do cool stuff.
Yeah. This is taken for a chaotic turn. Jinbei's like, you got my back, Robin? She's like, yeah. And then Luffy's like, yeah, everyone knows Frankie's strong. Cool. And then it's like, they're running away from Yamato, and then he's like, Momonosuke, I, Odin, will protect you. And then Shinobu and Momo are like, what?
I feel like this could be like, one, this could go like two ways. One, they're gonna be like I could just think of the meme where it's like, you're not my dad. But two, the fact of like, maybe Momo's gonna be like, wait, like if they're thinking, what are you, my father reincarnated? Did my father like transfer his body or something like that? I wonder if they're gonna think that at first, maybe.
Yeah,
but
it seems to me like Otis is going for a joke, like more of a joke on this, because their reaction of like, I think was more funny than serious.
Well, this is like her little quirk thing that she thinks she's Odin.
Yeah. So anyway, well, I guess we'll keep seeing how that goes, and then they get away with the smoke escape jutsu. Because, some Naruto things going on in One Piece, some jutsu action happening. And then Big Mom gets up, and you can see, like, the mark from the motorcycle hitting her, and then they're like, oh, shit, she's pissed. It's like, you Straw Hats just keep popping up one after another.
I don't blame her a little bit. I mean, she's had, like, everything taken away from, like, everything keeps getting stopped because of the Straw Hats, and just one after another.
And then we got a quick shot of Old Man Hio, and he's like, we have to go after the Toby Roppa, with like Dendro told us about. Like, we might not be able to stop him, but maybe we could slow him down or injure him. Hold him off a bit so they don't all have to fight him all at once. And they said, ignore the fodder, because Kaido's crew. I mean, to be honest, Kaido's crew's not very strong, like from what I've seen.
Fodder is fodder, but I mean,
at least those guys.
But I think that's the thing. Like, you can, because it seems like Kaido, like he has like a huge, and like when you get to that point, like him and Big Mom have like islands of like crews technically. So you just have people that want to join, and they're just like fodder characters because it's like, more work I don't have to do.
Yeah. But
I think that where it matters is like, who is your main components though? Because like, look at King and Queen. King and Queen could probably take out half of everyone.
Yeah. So anyway, we cut to Big Mom's like, we meet again, Soul King, and then Frankie's like, you haven't met me yet though. It's like, how'd you like the metal bod? And then he's like, Yami's like, we gotta run, Frankie. And then Frankie's like, no, do you not realize we are going to be on the crew of the King of the Pirates? Like, we gotta take on all challengers, even if it is a Yonko, pretty much.
Pretty much, I think this is definitely probably one of the most standout moments
Frankie's had in a while.
And then two in this chapter, just for the sheer fact of like, just like, one question I've been having is like, Luffy, he won the fight with Katakuri, but still it's just like, if Oda is right and this is like the next arc is going to be like the final arc, Luffy's gotta start getting, like, he's gotta show that he's on Yonko level, and that he's on
surpassing it,
or if not surpassing it, and then on top of that, like, you know, Admiral level, being able to take out Admiral. So he's gotta start taking out these big heads, and then the lower, like, you know, Sanji, everybody else, they gotta start being able to easily handle their own against these characters too.
Yeah,
Frankie beating Big Mom, you don't need that, but they need to be able to withstand them, or you know, put up a fight.
Yeah. So then, you know, Frankie's getting ready to charge his radical beam, and then they hear something from the background. They're like, and then you see a big panel of the numbers, and apparently the numbers are like some failed experiments that's from Caesar, and then like he was trying to like clone ores, it looks like, to make giants, but they're kind of rejected. So they're super huge. So they're gonna be like, you know, relatively strong just based off of their size, because they're about the size of ores. So I don't know. And Frankie even mentions that they're about the size of ores, and you got Big Mom. They're the ancient giants.
I like how Big Mom's like, oh, that looks cool. But too, like, before that though, when Frankie's charging up his radical beam, I like how Big Mom just grabs one of the homies and is gonna put him in front of it, and he's like, no,
he's like, okay.
No.
And then we see that one of the numbers has the Brachio tank. And then Usopp and Chopper are in there, and then so Frankie turns around the radical beam from Big Mom and blasts the heck out of the face of one of the numbers. So he drops it, and then we see Big Mom come up. It's like, don't turn your back on me. And then all of a sudden, Jinbei's like, don't worry about it, fam. He's like, I got you.
I mean, Jinbei. I mean, he was a warlord, so we understand. So like, this is what I mean right here. Like, Jinbei defeating Big Mom, no. But being able to, like, do something, yes. And then, too, a lot of people have been bringing this up lately with this chapter, is Robin. Robin technically has one of the most OP devil fruits ever. She could just sprout limbs anywhere on somebody's body. She'd easily just snap your neck. I mean, now she won't be able to do that with Big Mom, but, like, she doesn't have to touch Big Mom, and, like, you know, how, like, what she's doing is, like, she's kind of, like, fluttering her out of there.
Yeah, it's like, so, yeah, we get the male Fleors, and then she spins Big Mom away, and then Jinbei's like, you know, good job, and then we get, it's like, it's like, that's not gonna, you know, really hurt her, but at least we got her out of the way for a few seconds. So.
Also, another thing I kind of, like, I think got glanced over is, like, when she's like, I'll kill you for what you did to my fleet. It's like, you know, we kind of thought that Jinbei, everybody were gonna get out just, like, with, like, you know, casualties and just or even if they get out at all, but she's saying like you guys messed up my fleet. I'm not happy. Like, man, what did they? Granted, they were fighting
in the water.
In the water, yes, but still, like, wow, what did they do?
Yeah, that's cool. And then like people are recognizing it's Jinbei, first son of the sea. And then he's like, he's captain of the Fishermen Pirates, and then everyone's like, yo, Jinbei. And then Chopper was knocked out, and you know, Chopper's like slapping him a little bit. And then Frankie says it's docking time, and that wakes Usopp right up. He's knocked out. He's like, what?
They're just like when you're like, all right, it's like, let's go out. Let's go do some like laundry. Let's go do some chores. Hey, let's go out and get food. What? Yeah, let's go get some food.
And then they have the it cuts to Luffy trying to zoom up to the top. He's like, well, Kaido's up at the top, so Luffy's like, I gotta go fight Kaido. He's like, you know, the 9 went up ahead, and he got the first strike, so now Luffy's like, alright, it's my turn to go fight Kaido. He's like, I want my revenge. So he tries to zoom up there, but then he gets stopped by Queen.
I like a little tidbit, though. I love how, like he's going up there, and, you know, he sees Queen, but then, like, Zoro's up there, and Queen's just like, wait, what? When did you get there?
I don't even think Zoro knows how he got there, to be honest.
No, I don't think so either.
Zoro's just like, oh, hey, what's up?
I'm like, telling you,
what are you doing here?
The funniest thing ever will be, like, when One Piece is done, like, forget if they do a spin-off series or whatever, they just need to put Zoro in other anime. It's just randomly popping up. Like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, it's Zoro being random is great. But anyway, he grabs onto Luffy's legs and he's like, let's go fight Kaido. Zoro's like, I'm coming with you. And then all of a sudden, Queen, no, he's the Brachio, so he stretches his long neck up and he catches him. He says, idiots, you're not going anywhere. And then, it kind of reminds me of, this is like the Paramount War of back when, like, Kizaru or like Hawkeye, like they would go like they just went straight for Whitebeard, and then you had the commanders, you had Marco, you had Jozu, and you had Vista like stopping them all. They're like, no, it's not gonna be that easy to get to the boss. So you got King flying in with some other.
It looks like his because I feel like all the commanders probably like have some underlings for them, and like this feels like of course he would kind of like oversee all the winged beast pirates.
Mm-hmm. They're pretty much saying the sky got totally blocked off. They're like, so okay, they even have the skies defended. So anyway, we cut back to Frankie and he's we got some freaking Power Rangers action going on. Some freaking the Megazords coming out.
Go Power.
And then we got the Brachio head change. Black Rhino, stand by. And then Chopper and Frankie are like, it's so cool, but it's only one pilot.
And then speaking of Power Rangers, you got Sanji and still in his raid suit.
Yeah, he says, did Momo manage to get away? He's like, damn, it annoys me how sturdy this stupid suit is. And he's like, I think King... He's like, if I didn't have the suit on, maybe King would have actually done something, but Sanji's completely fine.
I think this is good, because, like, it always annoys you sometimes when you, like, these characters could be so powerful, but they don't want to use something. Like, kind of like, to kind of put it in perspective, Todoroki from My Hero.
Not want to use his flames.
Like, he did not want to use his flames because his father, but, like, Sanji, you're like what Frankie said, you're going to be part of the Pirate King's crew, you're going to need to be stronger, and with that being the fact that you have to use something from your family, if that's what it is to protect your new family, then you need to do it.
And then, old man Hio is like saying, Commander Chopper used himself as bait, now he's fallen back to the ground, and so has that Straw Hat fellow. We're surrounded by enemies on all sides, but strangely enough, I can't imagine losing.
And that worries me, because it's like, oh man, things are looking good. That means some bad stuff's about to happen. But
the next page is, I think it's going to be like an iconic shot used for years to come. You got all the Straw Hats together, and like it's been so long since we've had them all like in a battle ready phase. Like it takes me back to like Water 7 when they're like all there for Robin. But now you got Jinbei there, Brooke. It's freaking gave me goosebumps. I was like, oh yeah, the Straw Hats are here and they're ready to go.
It was definitely cool seeing like Jinbei. I feel like too, this could be like the last time we see like this kind of like panel of the Straw Hats till the final battle. Like when they're about to go fight the Blackbeard pirates. That's when I think we'll get that final Straw Hat crew, and then whether it be maybe Carrot in the crew or Yamato in the crew or whoever. Yeah, I think we will get it one more time. I don't think this is the final time we'll get a Straw Hat panel, but it's just cool because we haven't gotten this in a very long time.
Yeah, all of them together.
Because we didn't get it on the ship when they were technically all reunited.
Yeah. So then we have. I just wanted to bring up a few things about this panel. It looks like Zoro's like pulling up his sleeve. Like I don't know if he's got that sword mastered yet. I forget the name of the sword, but he's like looking like okay.
Enma.
Yeah, Enma. He's like, I'm gonna use this sword and we're gonna get. He's like, I'm gonna get ready to go. Then we have Sanji. Sanji doesn't have the raid suit on anymore, so I don't know like if he just like demorphed and he's gonna use it again later. But he's got like a black glove on. Like I think he's still got the gloves on from the suit. So I'm just curious. I don't think I've ever seen Sanji with gloves on. So I assume that's from the suit. So I don't know. It's weird to me that he doesn't have the suit on anymore. Maybe just for this panel he wanted Sanji to be Sanji and not use his Power Ranger form. But anyway, the black gloves for Sanji. I mean, it's a cool look, but I've just never seen him before. And then he got Jinbei up front, closest to Luffy, which make of what you will.
Well, I think like a lot of people, the Monster Trio. I think it could be the Monster Trio in the form of Jinbei, Zoro, and Sanji. I don't think it has to include Luffy because Luffy can be the Pirate King, the captain. But then he could have his Monster Trio, which could be Jinbei, Sanji, and then Zoro. And then got if by chance Yamato joins the crew, it could be the Quad, the
fourth, Emperor, the fourth, our commander,
Yep.
Yeah. And then, this chapter ends. I'm going up there to take out Kaido. You guys handle the rest and watch my back.
I think without a doubt. I think because we're really setting ourselves up for some bad stuff to happen. I really feel like Luffy. Either next chapter, they're just gonna start. We're gonna get moments with all the Straw Hats, kind of fighting. But I do think that we're gonna maybe get the Straw Hats versus Big Mom. I think that would be pretty cool because we need to see them do a feat as a crew.
Yeah.
And then our final thing too, I feel like Luffy's gonna get to when he gets to the top of the roof. I think the minks are gonna get taken out, and like they're gonna be all decimated, and then we're gonna go like, and what happened 10 minutes ago, while whatever's gonna go on down here for a chapter or two, then we're gonna get this is what happened.
Long form, versus Kaido. That'd be cool. And then I think the Straw Hats are gonna fight Big Mom, and I think it's gonna be like Jinbei with the help from the others, like Jinbei and Frankie maybe. So I'm kind of thinking Zoro and Sanji are probably going to help in the fight against King and Queen, and I'm thinking maybe Jinbei leads the fight against Big Mom. But
I could see easily Chopper, Frankie, and Usopp taking on the numbers, because Chopper can go his big form, and then Frankie has the the suit, and then Usopp. I feel like I said, I feel like we were teased about that back in was it Skypiea?
Yeah, well then you have Jinbei, Brook, Nami, and Robin to fight Big Mom, which Brook's got kind of a natural counter against Big Mom's Devil Fruit. Nami's gonna fight Zeus with her weather power, and then Robin, just as she did in this chapter, can back him up with Jinbei, being the one that left the Big Mom pirates. That'd be kind of cool if they split up and fought. I don't know if they can necessarily beat Big Mom, but it'd be cool to see them team up. But you have any final thoughts of this chapter?
Real quick, like one of my panel, I think it's a little bit shrunken down, but I think could look really cool in the anime, is when you kind of like see the numbers and all the chaos, and then you just see atop, you just see King and Queen, like you see the Brachiosaur, and then you see the pterodactyl. I think that just looks so cool. And then shoot, if you added on Kaido, and like that would be like the Beast Pirates, like that's really starting to get the taste of it. Like it's pretty cool.
Yep. There's no break. It looks like that, which is cool. I've gotten used to breaks, so I believe we'll probably be back next week with another chapter review. But I think that's going to do it for us today.
Yep. Thank you so much for joining. Make sure you hit like and then comment down below what you think might happen in the next chapter, or just some theories you might have about this chapter. And then make sure you hit the notification bell so you can always get notified when our videos come out.
Thanks so much for watching.
Have a great day. Bye.